George, here's a video of your golf lesson today, and guys on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, I thought to share this with you as well. George, 17-year-old at the moment, playing off 6, ambitions to play at a very good level, wants to do his PGA, so this is a very good learning curve for him today. And what we figured out, George was hitting this big hook, certainly with his longer clubs. Now if we look at his kind of swing in general, lots of very good stuff, really impressed with his swing, gets him in some really good positions, but unfortunately with this big hook, George had the impression that he had to try and swing it more off to that right hand side, and that's not been taught by him. That was kind of his thought process. So what he was doing as he came down, his club head would get ridiculously inside. You can see here the club head way behind his body, and all that was encouraging him to do was his path would shoot right across the ball, and he would hit this big slinger, this big right to left slinger. You can see it fly through the air there, and the more it kind of moved to the left, the more we tried to hit it more from the inside. So what we've discovered today, and I'll show you, in fact I'll show you some flight scope stats on that. You can see here on the top left corner his face was 4.7 degrees to the right, which obviously starts the ball to the right, and his swing path was 6 degrees to the right, and the gap between the two numbers, that's what makes the curve of the golf ball. That's what made that curve over to that left hand side then. So what we've done today is we've tried to neutralise his numbers, get it less inside, get that club face to come, get that club head to come down in a much more neutral position. So the feeling today was actually to hit what more of a fade swing. So once we got to the top of the golf swing, feel like we were swinging across the ball more, so more from out to in, and that way the club came down in an unbelievable position here, really solid. You can see here the club head is just behind the hands there, so pretty much on plane, and then we swung across the body and the ball came out ridiculously straighter, really straight. So this is the big difference between the two. You can see the big hook there on the left hand side and the nice straight shot on the right. And then if we look at the flight scope figures on that, let me show you in a sec. You can see the ball flight. If I show you the flight scope figures of that one now, and I'll just swap this over so you can see. So this took us about 20 odd shots just to get the feeling of cutting across the ball a bit more, or certainly to find the balance between how much we cut across. Come on, flight scope, start working for me. So if we go down all the way to this last shot that I just showed you on the camera there, we see his path come out much straighter, so it's 0, absolutely dead straight line, and his club face just a little bit to the left hand side by 0.4. So we go from massively inside, you can see the bottom picture, to massively level to the target, and that's why we hit a much straighter golf shot. I don't know why the flight scope figure's not quite picking that up, but oh, there we go, we'll have it now. And we just hit the ball so much straighter, which was good. So guys, I hope you've learned a little bit from that the feeling of not hitting it too much from the inside really makes a big difference, and cutting across it, making the club face stay nice and straight. Well done, say George, great session. I look forward to seeing you again next time.